so many of the champions, right? Because Kingen needs to ult, Udyr needs to flash, the Syndra needs to flash, Xayah can like kind of temporarily stay there and be fine, but all in all, like I think Cataclysm has super high value against the entirety of the composition from DRX, and that allows Gen.G to really play incredibly far forward and incredibly aggressive, which normally I think is a big problem against Xayah-based compositions.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I actually think that the Jarvan in a vacuum just against the composition does work very, very well. Whether it's going to have, you know, the lane presence early is also not really a question, right? Because like you say, it's life. He just puts flags down, puts Ares on things.
He also pokes right okay top lane.
This is aggressive as Kingen. They're both down to about 100 as we're very even in this matchup. And as you can see, we are. As Kingen's gonna flash, Rascal has his still available, so I guess Rascal wins the fight. Not entirely sure, but Kingen, he's getting his health back a little bit faster, and Rascal's gonna need to queue this wave, and he does so.
We talked about Clid coming top, and there he is.
Yep, he's already set up for this one. Ghost is going to be popped here as Kingen. Could just get stunned up. He's going to throw down the storm, gets himself the shield right on the edge, but the flash forward, and Kingen's just dead. Already an Executioner's Calling picked up as well, so...
Yeah, unfortunately for Karis, oh, never mind, had 5 in the top lane.
Yeah, a bit of a battle as Kingen throws down the ulti. Rascal has his already running as in goes Pyosik. He flashes forward, and that's going to be the capitalization on Rascal not having his flash. You can see Clid trying to fight this one out as Kingen can't actually get in. Solka turns up. Can they actually win the fight, though, as Clid's down extraordinarily low, tries to turn it onto Solka. Good sidestep, but it's not going to be enough. Solka grabs the kill. My
problem with this is, again, you're playing into an Azir, as here they go.
Yep, they're trying to get on top of Ruler here, who gets knocked up. Is going to Killer Instinct, flashes to try and get out of the way. Pyosik should be able to get it underneath the turret, and does so. Very difficult to run away from an Udyr.
So, not going to go well.
Well, speaking of things not going well, Solka's dead in the mid lane. I think that was just a setup from Life. He was angry at his AD carry falling down, so he went to
gold. Don't know if that's like, is that's fair to them, but...
Yeah, it's rough. As here we go. It's just the collection of Solka. Does invest his flash as well as Life. Puts him in the baby cage, and that's not where you want to be.
The baby cage? I mean, it's true. Like, this is what we talked about. Good way to win the game, as Karis might be in trouble here.
Yep, Emperor's Divide, but the stun still comes in. The quickness is out, and Becca just walks towards the Azir, and he is just gonna die. Well, he's able to move over, grabs a couple of little wolves, but does create enough space for them to try and get some work done here. Dominus actually popped right now as Rascal's very far forward. There's the Void Seeker as Ruler. Killer Instinct, but immediately has to flash to get himself out. Life goes golden. The quickness from Becker, but it looks like both supports will be hitting the ground. Rascal now off towards the backside. Pyosik just gets healed up, and he's going to be fine. And now, maybe Karis overstepped, is able to shift some sands, gets himself out of the way. Ruler now going to... As we do have this 5v5 around the Drake now, it has been started up by DRX. Pyosik seems to be able to ignore the damage pretty effectively. Gen.G in position right now as Life standing off towards the backside. It's actually Bao that locks down the Drake somehow, as there's the grand entrance. Fantastic value, but Karis does go golden, and Ruler locks down the kill onto Becca. Karis actually making it out alive as Kingen's in a little bit of trouble. Goes back, picks up his shield. He will be all right, but DRX get to Soul Point.
And Gen.G yet again having a problem where they don't really seem like they're continuously on the same page with these engages, as Life was the flash.
Yep, the flash from Pyosik is going to be there as well. A very dead Life. Pyosik just boops him, and in goes Kingen now. The bear drop up towards the top side as Pyosik turns up as well. Both of the bears are here, and Clid's underneath the turret. Not really looking like he knows what to do. The Gore Drinker not quite enough to keep him alive. Big AoE damage that you expect is, yeah, Pyosik has just found the Jarvan, and he just runs real fast.
He's 5 levels up.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
When Pyosik's playing the Udyr, he's just constantly running. Running and running and running and running. Always doing something. Look at this. He tests the waters.
The flank
the
again.
entire time.
They don't have vision. Backhouse at the bot side.
They can see that Becca isn't here, and they need to be very scared about this one. As Becca comes in, the Grand Entrance doesn't really get the work done, but Life is just dead in an instant. Ruler zoned out there by Pyoshik as in goes the second bear. Ruler looking for the kill. They do manage to get the shutdown, as now Ruler needs to keep himself alive. Kingen looking to try and close the gap. He's so tanky. As Karis off on the backside, he still has the Emperor's Divide available. He's in vision. The Drake is going to reset. Remember, this is Infernal Soul Point. DRX need to try and get there as they've got 2 teleports. They can get these health bars back, and look at these backs. They're being stopped left, right, and center. Rascal locks down Becca, and the Azir is able to lock down the kill, and now Gen G should be able to get their first Infernal of the game.
Karis has taken the complete opposite approach. This is really risky from DRX, very far forward.
Yep, Life, remember, is extremely squishy. He's going to get himself all the way out of there as the Kai'Sa just gets collapsed on and destroyed. Rascal trying to get into the backline, but that's why this Xayah exists. It's so that she can Featherstorm and BK. And Pyoshik is taking care of 2 people by himself. We were talking about the fact that Gen G had found team fights that they wanted. This is an example of absolutely not what they want. And there's the bear smack to the back of the head of the Jarvan.
Look at him go.
And now he's just walking around the base. Look at this. Look at this bear. He's terrifying. Oh, now he's a chicken. Now he's a turtle. It's Franklin. It's all sorts of things. As Clit's trying to hold on to the minion wave. Do they actually have any minions here? No, they don't. The backdoor bonus is in, but they have 2 very, very tanky bears, remember. Ruler is now back alive, but he has no Nexus turrets to hide under, and Pyoshik is just a missile heading towards him.
In this single game, has done more damage than the other 3 Udairs combined. Like, someone can... I'm not even joking.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. We didn't see much over 3K.
But I think it was like 3K, 2K, and like 5 or 4K.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think he's done the equivalent of all 3 of them. As we check out this graph. And yeah, DRX doing their classic thing where they let their opponents roll over them and then just steal games. So, this is good. Here we go. All right. No delays, no issues, but here is the Mundo in the jungle. Very excited to see what Pyoshik's going to be able to put together. Most likely going to be the, what is it, the Frostfire Gauntlet build that most people are going these days.
You get big
and, of course, just as many tank items as possible.
So I think Mundo kind of, obviously he's not exactly the same as Udyr, but he has kind of the same niche where he will power clear the jungle, thanks to his W in a pretty excessive speed. His early dueling is actually a lot stronger than a lot of people might expect.
Especially after the buffs to his Q.
Oh yeah.
Well.
It's not just your Q. It's like the combination of the Q in of itself is really strong. I say.
He might just get solo killed as the orb comes down. There's the shockwave. Solka taking a lot of damage. Karis eating through this potion as fast as he can, and he's gonna say he got a lot of value.
More general utility, right, and mobility as well. And that is something that Mundo is just not going to have until you actually get to the teamfight stage. I think he's a great duelist, but he doesn't bring CC, right? We see some fights and we start to see some action. I don't really know what to expect as Rascal goes in here.
Yeah, good little stun as the dice comes out as well. Kingen gonna have to try and kite this one as best he can. You can see Rascal holding onto the flash, knows that the trade flash should be there as old Kingen flashes into the brush. Clit is here though. Kingen's still trying to hop out, gets it onto the last minion in the queue. And now Clid's still looking for it. Kingen knows that he needs to keep running as the spear is going to miss the flash forward, and that's going to do it. Clid locks down the first blood for Gen G, and they knew exactly how important that was. Snowballing this top
step people was Harrison's
problem. That step was really nice, but it may not be enough as Becca is going to get the flash out. There's the 2-man shockwave, but the face break is too good, and Solka will lock down the kill on the Orianna. Shelly being put down as Kingen gets a Nara onto the wall, but the spear is going to connect. The wallop only onto one as Clid looking to chase him down. And you can see Rascal just backs away and says, yep, you can have it, Clid. 2-0 now for this Nidalee. Real scary. And Rascal might actually get dove here. Shelly, she's going to pop down. And yeah, these gonks are starting to hurt from Pyoshik as well, who has that ulti running. Gets underneath this turret. They do want this dive, but Clid's going to turn up now. The turret down extraordinarily low, and the teleport comes in from Gen G. Pyoshik a little bit too far forward, and he will be taken down. The Nidalee gets another kill. Now,
we see Clid also going towards that bot side.
There's the face breaker. Showstopper comes down. Life in a lot of trouble as Pyosik. Can he land the cleaver? Looks like the answer's going to be yes. Haymaker comes down. Pyosik actually grabs the kill in the end as Clid looking to come on in here. Moonshot does come in, but not actually able to do enough. And Ruler will just clear up this minion wave, not being able to actually answer with any sort of kill as they are setting up here. Becca on a ward. Now Pyosik not so much. Now they're looking to go home. As okay, another face breaker comes in. Ruler knew that he was there as the flash out from Bao, and that's what Ruler was expecting. He's just got too much damage. What the heck was that spear avoided from Bao there? And the flash forward from Clid. That's awkward. That's real uncomfortable. Zhonya's does come in. The flash. And Ruler grabs the kill. Takes a couple of turret shots and survives. The cleaver goes wide. What the hell? On their rotation down, they should be able to get here for a potential 50-50 if they want this fight. But Becca not actually going to have time to get any sort of flank. And Rascal is in the perfect position. Clid locks down the Cloud Drake. That's Cloud Soul. You can see Rascal moving into the backside. I say Soul, I mean Soul Point, as there's a two-man shockwave. Big Gnar into the back as Rascal hasn't been able to get in on this one at all. And look at Ruler. He cleanses the Ignite at exactly the right time, but it's not enough. He's still out of this one, and it's a double kill for the Mundo. Give him the triple DRX. He deserves it. As Rascal's trying to get out of there. He failed flashes, though, unfortunately. And they should be able to get him. The Void Seeker is going to connect, and there are the boomerangs. Becca not actually able to find the Haymaker, and Rascal's just a little bit too fast. And so I think he should be able to make it. 3,300 damage for Dr. Mundo, by the way. This guy's the carry as much as they can, and they are going to be able to do so. Clid going to be a little bit late to the party, as you can see. In goes King, and Clid's immediately going to go golden as Life pushed against the wall. Clid might just be out of this fight immediately as teleport comes down from Gen G. Ruler is free hitting, though. And that GA that we were talking about is not going to quite find that value. Life standing on top of him as Rascal just slicing on in there. He's in the Thunderdome that this Dragon Pit has created, but Ruler had full control. And unfortunately, DRX chose the wrong fight. As Void Seeker's going wide, Boomerang's going wide, Trophy's going wide. And Rascal, he's going to stop Becca from being able to get in here, actually, as you can see.
I love the flank control here. This is something that they had a really big problem with in the first game. And it looks like they might have solved it here.
Yep, another gong comes in here as the Moonlight Vigil goes down. That's going to be the steal, actually, from the Kai'Sa, but I don't know whether it's going to matter as Pyosik goes down way too low. Bao gets over the wall, and it's looking like a whitewash. Into the backline goes Rascal and just obliterates DRX. Kingen looks for the ulti onto Karis, but he just... Zhonya's, then flashes, and then he's able to take down Bao as well. Over the wall goes Kingen. Ruler's still alive, by the way, and this means that the game is most likely over. Kingen trying to waste as much time as possible, but Rascal has a teleport, and they'll be able to grab this Guardian Angel and take down the Gnar pretty comfortably. That's the ace, and that should be the game. We're going to a game 3 once again, as we're not going to be having dinner, but we're going to eat League of Legends for dinner, as we've got as much of it as we can possibly have. Ruler should easily get rid of these. And Gen G, they fight back in game number 2.
6 games in the first day, I'll take it. Incredible performance from Gen G here after a really shaky game number 1. I'm very happy that they... Yeah, thank you, Ruler. We were already talking you up. Thank you for backing me up with like 22.7k damage.
Bao's damage is certainly not looking the same as the drop-off on this damage graph on DRX's side is certainly not what you want to see. No. Ruler was put in a position where he was able to choose... I mean, he won a game on the Orianna, and he's lost on everything else so far in the LCK.
I love the drama. Really appreciate it. I think we need that for our local viewers, you know. It's getting late. We're getting to the last game. You need that pick-me-up.
Please don't tell anyone that he's only played 2 games so far.
Okay, I will not. I mean, he's more than that, but we won't focus too much on that. I would have loved to see, like, I think Kindred and Galio, for example, would have been like a great pivot where Gen G obviously want to dive you very aggressively, and then you have Kindred ult, and then you have Galio ult, and then Aphelios can just shred through absolutely everyone. But now you're kind of... Yeah, but now you're kind of choosing to try and play the same game, but I think Gen G's early game is going to be so much better. because that is so much power in their hands yet again.
All right, I'm never gonna do it again. I've been shown. I've been shown.
I really appreciate
Are we gonna
that.
do it again? Are we doing it again? This level 1 fight is happening once again. We'll see whether Rascal's actually gonna be able to win this one, as Kingan's gonna chase him towards his own turret. He tried to wait out the shield actually and get another. Oh, he did it! Waits for the Kolvamik and picks up the kill. Kingan, unfortunately,
Out of his lane. Not sure if Solka got cancelled there or if he was just decided not to, but that does mean that there will be free prio as you see the...
Yeah, great timing for a fight. Yeah, the double play is brilliant. Life gonna haymaker and then flash. Looks to try and get out of the way as Bow flashes forward. Picks up the kill. Ruler down to 100 as Clid gets underneath the turret as well, and just a little bit too late. And he's gonna have to flash to get himself out. There is one flash left, by the way, and it might have to be used right now as Kara's going down solo. The shockwave is flashed. Solka has to throw down an orb. The last auto's there, and DRX put him down. There are no flashes left, and also the kill comes through. Pioshik might get punished here from Clid, though, as he dives forward. The lantern for the bait was just so good, and DRX 3-1. Oh, Pioshik moving up towards this top side. Let's see whether they can win this lane as well, that Rascal has already won for himself. And you can see he's actually pressing forward. Shield is going to be picked up. There's the ult in as Rascal immediately flashing. Dominus has been caught, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Clid looking to come through. Kolvamik is fantastic, but Undertow is even better. Pioshik just outranges the spear, and Clid says, well, I guess I can't do anything up here. This is how you're supposed to do it. Deny the jungle and be aggressive. Ruler's still able to get some damage down, so you might need to continue respecting that.
Yeah, so there is still a problem, right? And the problem is Rune.
Becca dying. That's
also,
bad.
yes.
Teleport immediately to come in here as Clid. Expect to happen is probably not going to happen, as there's a shockwave, but Karis is going to take a bunch of damage. Good spear lands from Clid there. But Shirley's just going to come on in. Life looking for a position. Haymaker comes down first. That's going to block a lot of those orbs, but still. Solka makes it to safety thanks to Phase Rush and a flash. There's now Ruler trying to run away from Pioshik. Killer Instinct over the wall. That was actually really cute. And Ruler is going to be safe for the moment. And this team, and I'll just accept them and be happy about it. Teleport towards the top side. Solka in way too much trouble. This time he has no flash, as he'll see whether he can try and trade something back as the shockwave comes in. And yeah, Solka presses his R button, but...
For the DRX? Which I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think kills on Rascal at this point don't really change anything, as we see a fight here in the top lane.
Yeah, here's the ulti. Shield comes down from the big old bear, and look, this fight is taking a long time, but DRX, I mean, the boys are going to turn up, and Rascal is going the wrong direction. Lantern goes out. Becker is actually going to be able to utilize that one as Rascal goes golden to see his death, and I think the kill is going to be delivered. No, it's not. Yep, we'll see whether Clid can get in. It's a 2-level advantage for Pioshik, though, so his smite is way better than this Nidalee. It looks like Clid's still trying to look for an opportunity, but all 5 members of DRX, and they are so tanky. The 2-man shockwave comes in. The Baron is secured by DRX, and they take down Clid.
I shouldn't say that because it's DRX, right? And they'll find a way to turn it around in a negative
yeah,
way.
true.
But this is just Gen G looking so disorganized, right?
Himself out of the pick, and yeah, Gen G are going to have to try and go for this. Trying to get towards a 50-50, but it's a 3-level advantage now for Pioshik, because there's the Moonlight Vigil. Life goes golden. That's decent to try and buy some time. As Kingan, he gets into position on the Baron, and they are going to continue leashing it out here. Life down to below half health. And Gen G just slowly but surely losing the war of attrition. There is a Blast Cone available. Life looking for some sort of flank or something. He still does have the Showstopper, but I just don't know whether he's going to be able to actually do anything. Kingan in the back of the pit. DRX going to get in there as Pioshik is going to land that smite. 3 levels does mean that's probably going to happen. There's the ulti over the wall from Kingan. Just...
It does a little bit more, but it's still not what you're looking for. And just the sheer power. Like,
and now they're looking to taxi this next minion wave in. I have a feeling that DRX are just going to win it right now, and there's just not a lot that Gen G can actually do about it whatsoever. Ruler has to cleanse pretty much nothing as, oh my god, the Elder just destroys him. The Nexus is a bit of an afterthought as they're trying to take as many collapsing after they managed to take down that game. Look at Kingan's damage. This volley bear was an absolute monster. And just shows that maybe these blind pick Renekton's don't necessarily work out every time, even if your name is Rascal.
But Atlas, he got solo killed level 1.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, sometimes the matchup just comes to bite you.
And then I also look at a 3.5k damage Nidalee. It was not the game. And it's...
No.
it's so unfortunate as well, because I feel like what we saw last game was so good from Clid, right? It was really dominant.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this is just the feast or famine that can be in Italy, and you know, and
yeah,
it's so funny that we talk about DRX as this coin flip team, and then